We have breaking news this morning. A gunman's on the run after a violent robbery outside of one of Nashville's most popular restaurants. News Channel 5's Dan Kennedy's been following the latest at the scene on Ewing Drive for us. So Dan, it's concerning obviously because this restaurant is so popular, and to have this kind of violence just outside.
Right, this is a restaurant just about everybody knows about in Nashville and has tried at least once. This is Prince's Hot Chicken. This location over in North Nashville, Ewing Drive and Dickerson Pike. This morning, the police are gone, but there was a shooting investigation very close to the front entrance of Prince's Hot Chicken, close to that car wash as well, in the parking lot between those two businesses. It was just before 10 o'clock last night. The restaurant was getting to close when a shot rang out in the parking lot outside. Police showed up on scene, but the victim was gone by the time they got there. Turns out the 21-year-old shooting victim was able to find a way to the hospital himself, where doctors treated him overnight for a gunshot wound to the leg. When police interviewed him, he told them it was a robbery turned into a shooting. He said he was approached by a black male with dreads who left in a small black car, who robbed him and then shot him in the leg. Unfortunately, that's the only suspect description we have for you this morning. Reporting live in North Nashville, Dan Kennedy, News Channel 5.
Dan, thank you. And breaking news now out of Old Hickory, where crews battled a house fire off Hadley's Bend Road. I want to show you that scene a little closer up now. When News Channel 5's photojournalist Dan Blama got there, man, the house is gutted. The homeowner, this is the interesting part of this story, was inside when the blaze started and said the fire alarm woke him up and helped get him out to safety. The home is a total loss. No word, though, if any, of what has started that fire at this time.
All right, a story we have watched now literally for months. In just a few hours, former Rutherford County Sheriff Robert Arnold will find out how much longer he'll be behind bars. News Channel 5 Sophie Nielsen-Colding outside of the federal courthouse downtown Nashville right now in the rain. Sophie, he's looking at a lot of time behind bars, isn't he?
It's kind of up in the air right now. Some people think it could be several years, but we'll find out exactly how long it will be at 9 o'clock in this building behind me. Now, the former sheriff made money from selling e-cigarettes to inmates in the jail through a company called Jail Cigs. Now, Arnold pleaded guilty to wire fraud and extortion because of all of this. And court documents say Arnold pocketed the money from sales personally instead of putting them in this county's general fund. So a lot of moving parts this morning because Judge Kevin Sharp resigned last month. So a special judge from Illinois is being brought in to take over this sentencing phase. But another big question, what happens to all of that money, the tens of thousands of dollars that Arnold made off the jail cig business? Authorities could seize his assets to recover the money if he's already spent it, or he could be ordered to reimburse the county over time following his release from prison. You can count on News Channel 5 to have a crew in the courthouse this morning and bring you the very latest. For now, live in Nashville, Sophie Nielsen-Colding, News Channel 5.
Sophie, thanks so much. And also breaking from overnight, a shooting victim recovering in the hospital this morning. It happened last night on Wheelers Street. Police tell us that victim was shot in the leg. Should be okay. Right now, it's unclear what prompted that shooting. Suspect description, as soon as they give it to us, we'll give it to you. And also, a victim is recovering right now from a stabbing. Now, this one happened a little south of the downtown area on Lafayette Street around midnight. They say nothing ever good happens after midnight, and that's the case here. A man was stabbed several times in the back, but he should be all right. They know who the suspect is, and they're now trying to track that person down. We are told by police both the suspect and the victim apparently are homeless people, and they did know each other. Some sort of big squabble, however. Amy?
Well, Steve, we're learning more this morning about this pair charged with the murder of a West Nashville gas station clerk. The search for 15-year-old Trinity Quinn and Daniel Clark ended just after 10 yesterday morning. Originally, Trinity was considered a missing child, but now she's a murder suspect. The two hadn't been seen since Monday morning in Dayton, Tennessee, until showing up here in Nashville in this surveillance video, which police say shows Clark shooting and killing John Stevens. Trinity's mother is coming to terms with the charges the pair's facing now.
I don't have any words for that. She wouldn't harm anybody. I don't believe that.
We're hearing that Clark is on suicide watch at the Davidson County Jail as a precaution, being kept in a safe room. He will appear in court tomorrow. Meanwhile, the community is remembering John Stevens. This is a picture of the man who was gunned down. The 58-year-old veteran clerk worked afternoon and night shifts at the West Nashville Exxon, and he made quite an impression on regulars who stopped there.
The sweetest man, just very kind and just gentle, sweet soul.
Always hardworking, always super kind, nice to everybody, and just, it's really sad.
The store remained closed yesterday, giving people a chance to reflect. Lawmakers at the Capitol also held a moment of silence for the Navy veteran. We will continue to track this story and post updates on our website. You can see interviews and aerial footage of the search. Just go to NewsChannel5.com.
All right, now to a slightly disturbing health warning that a lot of people are talking about this morning. The CDC warning about a new tick-borne virus that might be coming into the U.S. and is more serious even than Lyme disease. The deadly Powassan virus is now carried by the deer tick. And of course, deer tick, those are found in the volunteer state right here. It's only growing right now up in the New England and parts of the upper Midwest. Still, health officials are warning you to be very careful when you're outdoors. Another tick-borne illness, of course, the Rocky Mountain spotted fever, has sickened about 24 Tennesseans so far this year. It is that time of the year, getting warm. We're going outside, so make sure you check for ticks, as Brad Paisley would sing.